Well, this year, the super horse American Pharoah grabbed headlines when he became the first horse to win the Triple Crown in 37 years. What a moment. He recently took second at the Travers Stakes, but before that, he only lost one race. That day, the heavy favorite was caught by a lightning-fast 2-year-old named Om, who's trained by the inspirational Dan Hendricks. Dan is one of the most passionate trainers you'll find in horse racing, and he does it all from a wheelchair.
I think as a trainer, I've been a good, honest trainer that people know what they get from me, and straightforward, to the point. Cost me sometimes with owners, but they know what they're going to get honest truth from me.
With his youngest son, Greg, by his side, Dan Hendricks flies around the Del Mar racetrack in his motorized wheelchair, stopping quick to check the legs of one of his horses.
Looks good.
Give a few instructions.
All right, Alex, 5/8, 101.
And then he's off again, always trying to help his team get a little bit better and a little bit faster.
Good work. Well, it's a business. You better make it your life because it's 7 days a week. You might go 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years without a day off. So it's something you better love.
Born with horses in his blood, his father and uncle performed horse tricks and traveled with the rodeo. But eventually they settled at the racetrack. And Dan grew up in barns like this one, knowing this is where he belonged.
He went to work for Willard Proctor when he was really young, and I inherited him from Willard. And he started exercising horses for me and turned out to be my assistant, my #1 man. And he's a big part of why I'm where I'm at.
A Hall of Fame trainer who once won 4 Breeders' Cup races in one day. Richard Mandella now shares a barn with Dan where the two train their horses just a few yards away.
First of all, Danny's a true horseman. You know, he really has the feeling for what horses are thinking and a real character. I can't say that's strong enough. He did not lack character.
That character was tested 11 years ago when a freak motocross accident paralyzed him from the waist down.
It was just a simple jump, but the track had just opened up. The ground was wet, and when I started to go over the jump, didn't get traction behind and landed sideways, and it pitched me forward. And I went straight down into the ground. As soon as I rolled over and stopped, within a few seconds, I knew what had happened, and I knew I'd messed up.
Doctors told him he'd need 8 months to recover and adjust to his new way of life. But Dan, a father of 3 boys, returned to the barn just 6 weeks later.
The boys took it better than everyone. Dad's in a chair. Now he can't catch us. I didn't have a choice to sit at home and, really dwell on it.
A lot of people take 6 weeks off for vacation. He went right back to work in a wheelchair.
Today, his concentration is on his best horse, Om. After his big win over American Pharoah,
Om just never gave them a chance.
An aggravated growth plate sidelined the horse for most of last season, but he's back now.
And Om and Gary Stevens have won convincingly,
Upsetting the favorites like he did in last month's Del Mar Derby.
When he got hurt, he had nothing to do but train, so now he's even better. And he's driven to prove that he can do it, and he's done a pretty good job of that.
I don't feel that I'm an inspiration. I'm just an example that just because you're paralyzed or just because something happens, it doesn't mean the world ends for you.
I couldn't believe how much cushion.
What an inspiration. I love the fact that he's actually racing through the horses.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. An inspiration for sure. As you can see, he worked with his son, Greg, so he's passing down that incredible legacy. Dan and Om will actually make their next start in the Twilight Derby at the Santa Anita racetrack next Saturday.
Good luck.
Credit to Brad Newman and the My America team for really capturing what a great person he is.
What a story.
And next time, you're going to meet one of the best barbers in America. So get your haircuts ready. Ron Thomas is more than just an Ernest Hemingway lookalike. This man has been serving some of his clients for more than 40 years, doing it the old-fashioned way. You're going to see how in the next My America, only here on Fox & Friends.